This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Falcons will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Colorado State's offense is on the field for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to...
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Rams headed quickly to the line.
That's a 20. That's a first down for the offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Brought down near the 6-yard line. First and goal, Colorado State.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Caught behind the line. It's Horton. Touchdown, Colorado State. A great catch and run for 6.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Air Force Falcons offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Hayes. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
He's got an open man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from quick completion to the right. Stopped after making the catch.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
He'll just keep slinging it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The give to the tailback. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. And the Rams want to pick up the tempo. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Here comes the Air Force up. To the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
To the air, it's Hayes. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle.
He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
And first down for the offense.
Off the play fake. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Jumped on top of the pile. The Rams racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Third down coming.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And they got him for the sack.
Man, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on this.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own net.
Got a lot of running room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Falcons are flying down the field. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. It's complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Leaves it with the running back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Rams in the hurry-up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Horton. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Rams come to the line with a new set of downs. The lone back's got it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. It's caught. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
They'll give it to the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Back to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Finds a man by himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. And the sophomore has to get that one out in front of his receiver.
You know, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open, like on that last play. Just take...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Makes a move. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man on the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to throw. It's Hayes. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
He finds his man. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. You got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Takes the handoff. It's Morrow. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rams will kick it away to crank up the second half.
17, Air Force 10.
He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Hayes. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They'll throw it on first down. Finds a man on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided to maybe...
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. It's Morrow. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. On the move, it's Harris. Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
At the 38. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got the quick pass.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Makes the grab. It's Horton. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw. It's Ballard Igualosi. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The Rams want to move quickly. Wide out in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense set on 1st down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play.
And Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
24, Air Force, 13.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Zings it complete to the right. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Falcons getting set on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
To throw, it's Hayes. It's on target and complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
Returner goes out.
Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one. And all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around. And now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Coming after him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The give as they work on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Handoff to the lone back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Absolutely perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Dances away. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown Falcons. And they take it in for 6 more. He knocks through the pressure-filled extra point. Now to see if they can hang on. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Colorado State, 27.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you've put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in it? You know, what's his range? All those things come into account of how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On second down, he'll let it fly. Working the middle. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. And it's no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
And there is nothing worse worse in the world than that feeling right there. Missing a field goal when your team needs it the most, that's what you do. You're a kicker. You're supposed to make those. Man, oh man, Palmer, that stain.
He's going to carry that miss for a long time too, David. Obviously, the offense and the team put him in a position to come through for them. He's just going to have to learn from this, get back to practice, and want to make it next time he gets that opportunity.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started,